IP Stretch, 7 videos stretching you further on your IP journey. We have space, so this one must be about perform. We're going to explore going deeper into some aspect around perform. And we are definitely going to go in deeper around these hats, these characters, these archetypes, and we're going to go one level deeper on archetypes. Now, archetypes themselves are a good stretch. They're one of the more exciting, tantalizing, challenging parts of the course already. But in this video, we're going to help you go one step further beyond that. And the core idea here is each of the 12 archetypes are fabulous, but isn't it nice when you combine 2 together? And specifically, we're going to look at when you combine opposites. What happens when you go from hero to caregiver? What happens maybe if you go from maverick to creator? By definition, we flip from one side to the other, so we get the strengths of one, which is inherently weak at the other side, but we then flip that across so we get those counter strengths on the other side. Okay, this sounds interesting, this sounds fun, but this also sounds a little bit of a challenge. Let's demonstrate it. So here's the scenario. You are a team leader, and you have to introduce to the team Jane. Jane is joining, and you want to pass on the following bits of information. Jane is the new finance leader for the team. Jane has significant experience, 20 plus years, and is definitely business savvy. And thirdly, possibly the important one, is we've got internal audit issues where our processes are not good enough, and we've got to sort them out, hence Jane. That's the scenario. Let's see that presentation a few different ways with opposite archetypes. So, welcome team to a very special time where I have something very exciting for you all, and that is to introduce Jane. Now, Jane is going to be our new finance leader, but the really exciting thing is Jane comes with some wonderfully special aspects of her past, which she's going to bring to us, which is going to make such a huge difference. So, number one, 20 years of experience. Just the things she knows, the elements that she's going to be able to bring into what we do is phenomenal. But the other aspect which I love talking to her is she understands the business too, arguably better than many of us across this room. And that's important because we also realize the situation we're in with the internal audit schools. We came out as a 3 in the results from 2-3 months ago, and those results are not good enough. They're results which mean not all of us will still be in this company in 12 months' time unless we, and I mean you, sort this out. So Jane is also a key enabler in terms of how we get that score from a 3 up to a 4, and I expect a 5. So the processes she brings in, I'm expecting you all to be prioritizing. If she asks for something, you put it first on your list, and if anything's getting in the way of that, you come and see me. But welcome, Jane. Everybody, it's great to see you all, us all together today, and I've got some exciting news for us all, which is it's my great pleasure to introduce us to Jane, who's going to be our new finance leader, core part in with us all as part of the team. Let me tell you a couple of things about Jane. She's very experienced. Like many of you, she's been working around the business for many years, 20 years, and also, and this makes me especially pleased, she's got real business savviness. She's really known for business savviness. She's going to fit in with you. John, you'll be, asking her lots of technical questions, but also you can talk about stuff around the business. She's going to understand what you mean. It's not just about the numbers. So I'm really excited to bring Jane in, and I hope you really make her feel welcome and get her involved as quickly as possible. Because it's important that we do. We are on a journey, and we have to admit we're on the beginnings of that journey. Where we stand today, we're getting audit scores of 3. And that's a dangerous score for us to be having. We've got to find a way to move through that. So Jane's going to help us, guide us in a number of ways in terms of processes and best practice, so we can at least get ourselves to a 4. And my hope, and actually I think that, our aim for all of us should be the excitement of seeing us at the top of that challenge to get to the 5, because 5 is when we can relax and really feel great about it. It gets us to a point that we can, look back to where we were, maybe almost with a smile on our faces. So, Jane, it's great to have you on board. That's the end of it. So, team, settle down. Yeah, and you, James. We've had enough of that. So, the fun news is we get to introduce Jane. Jane is our new finance bean counter person. Let me tell you a couple of things. She's experienced. She's been around this world long enough, almost as long as half of you guys, which is going to help in terms of what she does. And the other good news is actually she's not just the bean counter. She also understands something about the business. I suspect quite a bit more than you guys do at times. So, we can talk about and get into all sorts of things as we need to. Because that's important, because we have to admit we're a little bit lost in terms of what's going on at the moment. Jane is going to be hugely important for us as we understand how we solve this problem of our audit score. Our score wasn't good enough. 3. I don't know about you, but I barely understand what that 3 really means. But Jane is coming along and actually really does understand what that 3 means. And she's got definite plans and priorities for us in terms of how we move that 3 into a 4 and a 5 and things that really can make a huge difference. So, yes, we may have a bit of a joke at times, but by gosh, Jane is going to be able to make such a difference and explain things that we just really don't understand, but we have to get fixed to get our business going. Welcome, Jane. So that's the end of this video, but hopefully what you really saw was the contrast and actually how those shifts really helped draw you in and also help you understand how to react to what I was talking about. The same content, introducing Jane, but very different reactions, helped and accentuated and amplified by playing with 2 opposite archetypes. Thank you very much.